What's up guys, it's ALLDAYANTHONY and welcome back to the RSX vlog that you hopefully know and hopefully continue to love, because in today's video we're installing a Password JDM Gurney flap on my RSX Type-S. Let's go. We're not a thing. Alright guys, and welcome back to another Acura RSX Type-S vlog, where tonight there is a thunderstorm outside and there's carbon fiber sitting on my toolbox. So tonight we're going to be installing the Password JDM Carbon Fiber Gurney flap on the spoiler of the RSX Type-S. Now if you watched my spoiler installation video, then you'll know I gave you guys a quick little sneak peek at this bad boy, and I've been dying to install it ever since. Long story short, I wanted to give this paint enough time to off-gas over the winter, and now that we're going into summer, I think it's finally ready so I can stick this thing on. Now, the Password JDM Gurney flap is nothing new to me. I've been running one on my 1999 Honda Civic for several years now, and it's probably my most asked about part. I get people all the time that say, Anthony, what's that thing on your spoiler? What's that thing on your spoiler? What's that thing at the top of your spoiler? And the answer is, it's a Password JDM Gurney flap, and it looks freaking amazing on the Honda Civic, and I think that this is going to look amazing on the RSX Type-S. So this thing is made of carbon fiber, obviously, with the very cool Password JDM badging on the front and on the back of this. It is contoured for the RSX Type-S A-Spec spoiler and the JDM Type R spoiler. As far as the fitment on the eBay Type R spoiler, I have no idea, but I know that this was designed specifically for this guy right here. So anyways, pretty simple. This is going to be hopefully a short video without a lot of stress. We have some 3M VHB tape here on the back side of this right here, and then this guy is my carbon fiber fuse box cover. Now, I don't think I'm going to be installing this today because honestly, my engine bay is absolutely filthy. I don't think it'd be doing this thing justice. So probably in a future video where I clean up the engine bay, I'll probably throw this thing on here. Super high quality, looks absolutely amazing. It's got some Velcro stickies on the back, so I think that this just sticks over the top of the existing cover there for the fuse box. And yeah, I'm pretty pumped on that as well. This car doesn't really have a lot of like fancy parts on it just quite yet, but here over the next few months it's going to start getting more and more, and this is kind of the start here of something pretty cool and pretty unique. Now, really quick, some people think that Password JDM is out of business or they are no longer producing products, and that is simply not true. So a company called Tecnocraft Composites has been making all of the Password JDM carbon fiber parts, everything from the Gurney flaps to obviously the fuse box covers, the intakes, and quite literally everything else. And so there's a lot of confusion there. So head to Tecnocraft, you'll see all the carbon fiber parts, and they're all badged with Password JDM stuff. So hopefully that clears up a little bit of confusion there. So with that said, the spoiler over here is ready to rock and roll. I've gone ahead and prepped everything, got it ready for the application, meaning I kind of polished up the end there just because it's going to be a pain to polish around it once it's on. And then from there, I'm just going to isopropyl alcohol it and then stick it on and pray that this installation goes well. Anyways, I'm going to throw on the head mount here. We're going to get this thing ready to rock and roll. I think my plan is that I'm going to flip this over and make a few cuts here on the tape. Pull back a little bit of this tape, pull it off to the back side, and then when I go to line everything up, I'll be able to kind of lift that tape and get it cinched down, hopefully right where I want it, and then I'll use some masking tape as a guide. So yeah, I'm gonna throw you guys on the head mount and let's get this thing started. All right, so Gurney flap in hand, we're gonna be doing a quick little test here just to see how this is gonna fit on here. Basically, you're going to line it up with the contour edges of the corner of the spoiler there, get that lined up there, get that lined up there, and then you have a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of play just to try to cinch this down on here. Get that like that, and that might actually be, hot damn, that looks so sick. That looks awesome. I'm gonna grab some tape, pull off a couple pieces, mark my lines here. Like, so for example, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this tape, mark my lines, rip this off. If I can, oh my God. Probably mark a spot here, right where I'm gonna want it. Put that down, I might just cut that with a razor blade right there, and that way I know where I'm gonna be lining it up perfectly to get that perfect fitment. Guys, I think this is gonna look pretty mean, not gonna lie. I'm excited. Okay, let's do this thing. All right, so at this point, I pretty much have it exactly where I want it. Right here, I have a little bit of a gap that I think I might be able to actually press down. Over here, we're literally perfectly flush. So I don't know, I could pull these off and cinch it down on this side, and then this is, I don't know what the right answer is. I could go this side first. I could go from the middle and work my way out. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to go ahead and send it and see what happens. Worst case scenario, I get out my trusty steamer and I steam this bad boy off and try it again. Amazing. Amazing. I can't believe I got that on the first try. I know some of you were like, well, Anthony, yeah, you measured it like 5 times and you took like 3 hours just to do this little thing. But that's perfection. I mean, it is perfectly flush. Right up to there, right up to there. Same widths. Amazing. I can't believe I got that. Pumped. All right, so let me be real with you guys for a minute. To be honest, I did not expect this job to go this smoothly. I was fully expecting to screw it up and then be scraping off 3M VHB with my fingertips and a bunch of tar and adhesive remover, and that didn't happen. I can't freaking believe it. So first shot there, it just goes to show that doing the measurements, the tape helped a ton, and then cutting those strips on the back of the VHB so I was able to kind of pull one section at a time was massively helpful. So you can see here, no gaps. It's perfect all the way across from one side to the next. I was worried that the fitment wasn't going to be spot on because when I was doing the test fit, I was seeing a couple small gaps, but I think that was just because of the thickness of the red stuff there. So once I removed that, everything cinched up beautifully. So anyways, what does this do for my spoiler? Gives me more downforce, right? For all that VTEC I'm cracking at 3 a.m. Now, on a real note, honestly, I just like the way that these things look. The rear end of these cars already look really good from factory, even with just the factory Type-S deck lid. But I think with the spoiler setup, it improved that, and then throwing this on here just kind of maxes that out, right? I wouldn't go any more than this. I hate the freaking, what do you call those? The window visor things that overhang. Hated those. I've always hated those. Ever since I was a teenager, I thought that those were really tacky. No offense if you have one, but that's just, I don't know. It's too much, man. It's too much. So this is maxed out now for the rear in terms of the aggressiveness from the spoiler, and I'm just really pumped on this. So anyway, all I need to do from here is that maybe over the next couple days off camera, I'll ceramic coat it and add some UV protection, mainly because from the factory, these do not come clear coated and have no UV protection. This is, I believe, just raw carbon fiber straight out of the mold. So you got to add your own UV protection to it. Ceramic coating is probably the best option. I did it on the Civic, and I want to say it lasted like 3 years before it started to look chalky, and I had to go back through and kind of hand polish it out again. But yeah, you're gonna need to add something. I did call some shops to see if clear coat was an option, and they said that with raw carbon fiber, clear coat just won't stick and it won't look right. It's got to have something to bite onto. So yeah, Password JDM, if you're watching this, maybe in the future we can figure out some way to add some more UV protection to this from the factory. But other than that, I'm super pumped with it. I think it looks freaking amazing. Hopefully you guys dig it too. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And yeah, short video here. As always, if you guys enjoy the Acura RSX and want to see more of it, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is ALLDAYANTHONY. Peace.